G'day lads, welcome back to the channel. Today you're in luck because I have a little bit of a rant vid scheduled. Essentially what happened was I got into a TikTok comment section fight, I guess you could say. Essentially the video was, the background was just kind of like this video of this guy's setup, and the caption read, "When console kids attack you, but your GPU costs more than their entire setup." I'm seeing this myself. I am a console player, I main console, and I was a little bit heated on this, so like any normal TikTok commenter, I went to the comment section of this to kind of state my claim. I personally believe that consoles are the better, they are the better way to play, just because I prefer them, I prefer the playstyle, and naturally, of course, some PC kids got into a fight with me about it, and they're trying to prove their point because, of course, all PC kids just have to be right. First off, let me start off by saying I do main a PS5. I primarily play on a PS5. I'm more towards Sony than I am Microsoft. Or let me correct myself. I'm more towards PlayStation than I am Microsoft. That being said, I'm not a Sony fanboy in any way, shape, and form. I hate Sony with a passion. I think they are a greedy-ass company who don't deserve the right to Spider-Man, and honestly can't make a good-ass game to save their life. That being said, I still play on their consoles because they do have Spider-Man and they do have some better exclusives. Regardless, I don't like Sony. I don't like the company, I don't like what they represent, and I don't like their business choices. Now, back to the rant. The question for today's rant is honestly, are PCs better than console players? Or is buying a PC better than buying a console? Now, I will say this. On paper, PCs do have better stats. They can run better games, they can run higher frames, they can run faster download times. Everything statistically about a PC is better than a console. However, I truly believe this all comes down to preference because, in my personal opinion, PCs are not really that worth it. Of course, I am working on getting myself a PC just so I can make better videos. And when it comes to actual use, yeah, you're gonna want a good PC. But I truly believe that for the price that most consoles are, they are the best option. Like, I personally prefer them over most other options, and a lot of the PC kids in the comment section of this video, I'll try to throw them up on screen now, they were saying different things about how their console can run 400 frames, and come talk to me when your Xbox can run as fast as a PC. And sure, PCs run faster, but I don't think these little PC nerds are taking into account that consoles, PCs, regardless of your system, regardless of how high the specs are, it's not going to run those specs if you don't have the equipment to back it up. And in the gaming world, in the tech world, equipment to back that stuff up is pretty freaking expensive. Like, a 4K monitor, for example, is going to run you a couple $100s alone, not to mention the mouse, the keyboard, the game, the mic, and most kids have a dual monitor setup. So yeah, sure, you might be able to build a PC for that high of a price or whatever. At the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to run that if your Wi-Fi isn't good and if your equipment does not match the specs of your PC. That being said, I will defend console. I will say this. A lot of people are not in the situation where they can buy those high-end gaming products. Not a lot of people are in the situation where they can afford to buy that stuff. Are PCs better, in my opinion? Absolutely. Like I said, statistically and on paper, they are the better console. But I truly believe that for what they give you, consoles get a really bad rap. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of rant about it, defend consoles, because I am a console aficionado. I have been playing on PlayStation since I can remember. I started on the Xbox 360, but when it comes to newer gen consoles, I've definitely taken my fair share of PlayStations over Xboxes. That being said, I do believe that consoles get too bad of a rap. I do believe that consoles don't get they don't deserve all the hate that they get. A lot of PC nerds like to say that consoles are shit and that why would you ever build a console because it sucks ass. And you know what? I'm tired of people hating on consoles. Consoles are a good option. They also have things called exclusives that aren't always on Steam, or they're not always on PC. For example, Spider-Man. I know Sony is getting them on PC, but when it comes to when it comes to playing the game first, consoles, they give you early access to those sorts of things. And I just, like I said, wanted to come on here and kind of rant about that kind of thing. That being said, before I end the video, I wanted to talk about PC players and how I generally don't like them. I think PC players on average are very stuck up and they're very, how do I say this? They're very know-it-all-y. I feel like PC players in general, from what the PC players that I've met, I've only really met one PC player who is nice about it. And it's one of my almost lifelong friends. I've known him since middle school, and he plays primarily on a PC, and he's one of those PC players that I can respect. He's one of those PC players that isn't annoying about the fact that he plays on PC and he likes the specs and he thinks it's better. He's like, you know what? If you play on console, you play on console. If you play on PC, you play on PC. But in general, PC players, in my experience, they're very kind of... They're very know-it-all-y, and they're very unwilling to back down from their point. It's very much like politics in a lot of ways. I kind of find that funny that it's PC players when it comes to politics. They're very PC players versus politics. It's a very funny thing because it's almost the exact same. PC players always think that they're right, and they never refuse to back down. Generally, again, I'm not speaking for all PC players there. And there are some console players that are like that too. But yeah, that concludes the video. I just wanted to kind of hop on here and say a few things. I wanted to kind of hop on here and just kind of rant about it. And if you agree with anything I said in this video, let me know. Drop a like. If you have some thoughts of your own, I would love to have a civil little debate about it in the comments. But that'll do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.